Who is somewhat excited to get more leads into their business? Like, basically, do you want to get more or less leads? Like, let's put it like that. I think we can all agree on that. Let me just look at the chat if that is actually the case. No, I need to get used to the chat. There is the chat. Awesome. Cool. Yes, of course. Martin, Zia, Tim, Robin, Christine, Thomas. Like, that's the energy I like to the table. So a couple of days ago, I asked in the Facebook group what you all thought that we'd release today. I got a lot of cool ideas: TikTok link, Messenger, e-commerce referral, drag and drop editor, connect and share with WhatsApp and other apps, and offline tracking, social share funnel templates, integration with Instagram, integration QR codes, different funnel walkthrough feature, plugins, like a bunch of different ideas. And actually the right answer was guessed. So that's awesome. So that's what we're going to dive into today. What we're also going to do, we're going to pick 3 winners who are going to win a year-long UpViral account. So we'll do that later on in this training. I'll announce the winners here live on this tech call today, right? And by the way, I see some people from different time zones. Some people are from the US. I very much appreciate that, like, especially if it's like very early or very late. I appreciate your time being here. Currently right here, it's 4 p.m. here in the Netherlands. So still decent timing. But just let's 7 a.m. Jackson, there you go, like 4 p.m. as well. So you're in the same time zone. Ramsey, good to see you. So before we're going to share what we've just added, I want to actually go back where we came from just a little bit, right? Because as some of you might know, UpViral, like, it started originally back in August, on August 5th, 2015, but that's not really where we actually started, right? The actual idea was actually before that. Hey, viral creators. The actual idea started back in 2011, because at that point, I was trying to get my business off the ground. I had no clue what I was doing. I only heard about email marketing. I've never actually built an email list before. And I was struggling to gather those email leads, right? At some point, you know, what I did is I created an opt-in page. That was my first opt-in page ever, where people could enter the name and email address. This was for a tool called WP for FB. Like, I hired someone to create a little WordPress plugin, but I had no clue how to promote it. Again, I was literally starting out. And that's the first time when I sort of stumbled upon this viral effect. What I actually did is I let people enter their email address, right? So I'm building my email list. But after that, I told people, like, hey, if you want to download this plugin, please share it on Facebook, right? Like, if you share it on Facebook, that way more people will know about it. You still get it for free. We all win, right? I had no clue what to expect from this, to be honest. Basically, where I was at as I created this experiment where people can just share this message. Like, they had to enter their name and email address and then share it on Facebook. And what actually happened after was actually quite cool, because I got over 100 shares within the first week, which to me, like, that never happened. Like, I never got a share from anyone besides me and maybe my grandmother. Like that to me was groundbreaking. But at the same time, it was actually not, like, I wasn't too impressed by the actual results, because I saw some flaws, right? Some people were deleting their messages right after sharing, or some people shared it on a fake account, or they just shared the pre-written message, right? If they were, for example, like my Dutch friends that would share an English message, and all their friends would know, like, hey, that's Dutch, like, you're Dutch, but you share an English message, it's probably marketing or like something, some gimmicky, right? And that's when I realized that there was this one company who already had figured it out. It was Dropbox, right? We all know about it. If you see this logo, I'm pretty sure most of you will recognize it. And if you were to go back in time and ask yourself, like, hey, how did I hear about Dropbox? My guess is that the vast majority of you heard it from a friend, because what they did was genius. They didn't just say, like, hey, share this with all of your friends, right? Like, just share it on Facebook and that's enough. No, what they actually did is they gave everyone their own unique invite link, right? So this way, Dropbox, they were able to track, like, did your friends actually sign up? And why was this so important? Because this changed it from, like, hey, just share it on Facebook or just share it on Instagram, to, hey, if you actually get your friends to sign up, then you will get something of value from us, right? And because of that, people started promoting it in a different way. They weren't just sharing it, but they were actively persuading their friends to also sign up. And that's the real beauty. If you let people share your business, and you give them the same goal as you have, which is to get their friends to sign up to your email list, right? So now you have this army of people who are also trying to do the same thing as you are. And this is, again, this happened the first time, and I realized this happened in 2011. Long time ago. So what happened between 2011 and 2015? Well, some of you already seen this meme in the past, probably. Like, what people think it looks like, you go from point A to point B, but in reality, you go zigzag, you try all different things. Same for me. I've tried all kinds of different things. In fact, I was so passionate about this viral method, I even created a product around it, which is called Viral Opt-ins. It doesn't exist anymore. It was a WordPress plugin. I wouldn't advocate for it anymore. But that was, again, based on the same fundamentals, right? But after a long time of struggling and finding and figuring it out, we finally released UpViral back in 2015, right? This is what it looked like. Like, is this ugly or what? Like, this is ugly, right? I assume you guys agree. But this is what the first looked like, the very first iteration. So since the time, we obviously had, there's been a long road. We've had highs, we've had ugly, but it worked. Exactly, that's true. Ugly, but it worked. And that's always been our mantra. Like, the most important thing is that it works, right? So after that time, we had a long road of like adding lots of new things. We had highs, we had lows, all kinds of things. Like, it's been an amazing journey. And on this journey, it's really been our mission, and this sort of like crystallized up last year even more so. Our mission is really to help small businesses get the marketing power of giants, right? Because some of those major companies, they got huge budgets. If they want to get their product or services in front of people, that's easy, right? They just push some money down the drain and they get it done. But for us, we don't have that luxury. We need to be creative to get our word out, and to get people to know about our products and service. And that's really what UpViral is about. It's like the creative way to widen your reach, to get more reach into your business, and to ultimately grow your business by getting more sales and customers, right? And obviously, I already knew that it was working because I've tested it multiple times before we went live. But fortunately, it didn't take that too long until we got the first successful case studies roll in. For example, Matthew Longley, I believe it was like in the first or second month or so that after we went live, around that time frame, that he broke through 100,000 leads in his campaign. And that was, to me, is like you've probably seen this guy many times in our websites and our marketing. And that's because besides that he done a really good campaign, what he meant for me is like, it was like the confirmation that what we've created absolutely works, especially because this was like after a month or 2 months or so with a version of UpViral that was like 10% of what it is today, right? Keith says, like, you actually bought the WordPress plugin back in 2011. Awesome. That's one of the OGs right there. So since that time, we've been fortunate and blessed to really grow a team and to build a platform into something much stronger, much bigger. And we've been used by major influencers, like, for example, Russell Brunson. We've been called out on stage on many different events. And that's been really the sort of like the journey of us, right? But besides of like just talking about other people using this, obviously we use UpViral ourselves as well to grow our business. I mean, you've all seen the campaign that we ran over the last couple of days to get you guys and girls invited in this very event, right? So just this quick campaign that we put out, right, resulted in me waking up to this. Like, this is my Twitter newsfeed, and I just, if you put search on Twitter, you would see the same thing, just over like tons of people sharing it on Twitter. And I choose Twitter because it's easy to see that people like, because it's a public platform, I can see what people are sharing. These are all people that are sharing my message for my business to all of their followers, right? And that's the power of UpViral. And again, we're using it ourselves as well. And check the stats, and I saw we had 680 total shares. 64% of people actually shared at least something. And we got quite a few people taking one of the custom actions as well. Like, let me just go back a couple slides, because we also did think like, hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our, join our Facebook community, like our Facebook page, because it's not just about, hey, we want to go viral. Some people think that because that's in the name, but it's much more than that. It's about engaging your audience and getting people to follow you in different places and to build a connection. Because I'm sure some of you weren't part of the Facebook community, for example, and now you are because of this, right? Because of the viral campaign we ran. Actually, I got some proof of that. I believe I got some stats here. Yeah, here we go. Here are the stats of the UpViral Facebook group. And by the way, if you're not yet a member yet of the UpViral Facebook group, please join. It's a good resource. And the best of all, it's free. Like, I'm from the Netherlands. We love free stuff. So take that to heart. But for example, on February 25th, we had 13,797, let's say 13,800 members. February 26th, which is the day after we launched the campaign, we had over a thousand, no, sorry, not 1,000. I took the wrong screenshot. As you can see. We had a major bump. We had around 800 people or so extra over the course of a day, but in this case, the screenshot is not correct. Actually, the numbers don't add up, but there was a huge bump in subscribers thanks to the custom action, right? Saw the same thing on our YouTube channel as well. We got more people there. And again, we've been blessed with lots of customers. Like, here's actually one on stage sharing how he got over 1.7 million shares. This was on the ClickFunnels event, where it was then this is a low quality screenshot, and I could just keep on going, right? Like, John here got let's see, $6,000 in sales using UpViral. Anita's here got over 600 leads right here. Renia here over 500 leads. This customer here got over 10,000 leads in 4 days, and altogether. I asked my team a couple of days ago, like, hey, please give me the number. How many leads do we have collected in total? And this is the number they gave me, 39,942,911. And he said, like, are you kidding me? You're not going to tell me that I have to go on stage and share to all of us, to all of you, that we're almost at the 40 million mark. So this morning I set a reminder, hey, please go and check how many leads we currently have, because I want to beat that, right? I want to beat that number. So this morning I get the latest stats, and we have over 40 million leads collected using UpViral. Is that awesome or what? Like 40 million leads collected. Like, that to me is just like another world, right? And again, like, that's not just like the platform, it's like all you guys, right? Because the platform is the platform, but if you don't put it to use, it's not going to work, right? So that's to all of you who are here actually using. Like, just the other day or a couple of days ago, I shared a message of Mitch. He's in the group here as well. He collected, just him alone, got over 250,000 leads using UpViral, right? And so that's all as a result of actually using it, and that's really the power of UpViral, right? So if you want to tap into that, like, if you haven't yet, you know what to do, right? You know how to get to work, right? So back to where we came from. We started out with this ugly dashboard. Later on, we improved it to something like this. And last year, 2020, we did a complete revamp. We're still adding and tweaking things, but this is how it currently looks, right? And the real question that we ask ourselves, like, how can we get our customers more leads, right? Because it's all nice and all how to create shiny objects, but what is going to matter the most? What are the things that we can do to make it easier to get more leads using UpViral, right? Because that's ultimately what we want to do. How can we give small businesses the marketing power of giants, right? And if you really look at UpViral, this is in a simplified form how it works, right? You have an opt-in page where people can enter the name or an email address, or if you want to collect different forms of fields, that's fine. But like, you collect your email address here on the left. And then after they do that, you then have an incentive where you say, like, hey, like, do you want to unlock this thing? Share with your friends. Or like, hey, do you want to win this thing? Share with your friends, or, join my Facebook group, or subscribe to my podcast, right? But when they share their friends then they click on the link. For example, on Facebook, they click on the link and they go in turn, they go to the opt-in page, which is exactly what Mitch said, like the viral loop, right? So let me just see, because now I'm getting it. Like, are people only be able to chat to everyone, or I think people are being able to chat to everyone. Yeah, cool. All right, all good. I was just checking the chat. So the thing is, with a system like this, right, the importance of your conversion rates are so much more important than normally. Like, normally, if you get 100 people to your page and you converted like 20%, for example, you get 20 leads. But now, because it goes into a loop, it's exponential. I actually want to show something real quick. Let me just see if I can open up my browser for you guys. right? I want to demonstrate how important it is what your conversion rates are. This is a tool that we've created. It's free to, again, if you, we do a lot of stuff for free. If you Google for viral growth calculator, you would find this tool. Basically what this tool does is it will do a demonstration of like what to expect in terms of how many leads. So let's say you get 100 people to your sign up page, right? 30% of people signs up. And then from all those people that enter the name and email address on your opt-in page, then let's say 20% decides to actually share. And yes, Rob, this is on the UpViral site, upviral.com/viral calculator. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll drop it in the chat as well. There you go. And then like, what if someone shares it, for example, on Facebook or on Twitter or on Instagram, what number of people would click on that link? Like how many of their friends would click on it, right? And based on that, it goes into a loop. Those people, right, they click on the link and they opt in as well, right? And the reason why this tool is here, this is a simplified version of like demonstrating of the power of the viral loop and how important it is to get people to increase your conversion. Because let's say you only get 20% opt-in conversion rate, right? That would result in 91 signups. Because again, you're not just getting the initial 20, but now also from those 20, some people are going to share, they opt in, some people are going to share, they opt in. And at some point, like as you can see, it will sort of like flat out, right? But if we just increase the conversion just by like 22%, it's already 138, another percent, 172. As you can see, like once you start to increase your conversions, if I increase this by 1% as well, the number will just keep on going up. And that's because of the viral model, because of the because like those people that opt in, that share, they refer new people, right? And I just wanted to make that point to demonstrate the importance of your opt-in conversion rates and why we put our attention to the thing that we actually did, right? So this is the tool I mentioned. So then a question for all of you: what has the biggest impact on your conversion rates? So the percentage of people that enter your email address, or what percentage of people that share your campaign. A question like, while I take a sip of water, what will have the biggest impact on increasing your conversion rates? Let me know in the chat. Cool. The offer, good. What you're going to give away, your image, the value, great landing page, a headline, landing page, free events, cool, lots of awesome ideas, lots of headline offer, lots of awesome ideas. And yes, like ultimately the offer or what you are offering is ultimately going to be the most important thing, right? Because if you're offering something that no one really wants, you can do whatever you want, but like people are not going to opt in for it. So it all starts with a great idea, a great offer. But how do you present that offer? That will be with your landing page, right? The page that people see to decide in a split second, do I want to give this stranger my email address, right? They'll read your copy, they'll maybe see an image, and they decide, hey, is this something I want or not, right? And this is something, the landing page of UpViral, this is something that we didn't change much over the years. We've tweaked it, we changed some things, but overall, there hasn't been a major update on the actual landing page. And this, to me, as a fanatic about products and creating things, has bugged me. I'm like, oh, we need to increase it because there's so much opportunity if we allow this, right? If we would add this. And that is what we've been working on. So this is the old editor, right? Where you can create your pages. And even though this looks kind of cool, the reality is that it was very restricted in terms of what was possible, because if you wanted to do it in a different way or different format, like that wasn't possible. All you could do is change the text, which is okay, in some cases, but in many cases, you want to have more creativity or just doesn't fit your purpose. Plus, we also had only just a few templates in the system as well. And that brings us to what we've added today to all of your accounts, which is a completely new drag and drop page builder to create high converting pages. Drum roll, please. This is something that the team has been working extremely hard on. They put in a lot of time and effort and sweat and tears and everything combined. And and they put all the sweat and tears and blood into a little box, and the page builder is what came out of it, right? And I have to say, I am super excited, and I've been using it myself for a while. This is how it looks. You can literally just drag and drop any element onto the page however you want. Like if you want to add an image or a video, no problem at all. Like if you, or for example, if you want to have social buttons somewhere or a link, or you want to add a leaderboard somewhere, that's all really easy. And you can either start from scratch, you can just start with an empty page. Super sexy, that's what I want to hear. Yes, I'm loving the comments, I'm loving the enthusiasm. Thanks to everyone. I think that, like, I love the community so much, appreciate that a lot. So you can either start from scratch, if that's what you prefer, or you can pick any of the pre-designed templates. And the good thing is, more welcome as well, right? So here's just a couple of templates that are already inside your account right now to create your viral campaigns. And if you want to make sure it matches your brand, that's easy, right? You can just, like, everything on the page, you can change the color, the positioning. Like we kept it as simple as possible, but making sure you can match it to your brand, to your styling, right? If you want to gather more data, if you want to, like, for example, you don't just want to collect the name and email address, but you want to have phone and city names, no problem. That's easy. Just add more fields to the form, right? If you want to, for example, maybe some of you want to have a two-step opt-in form. So maybe you don't want to have the opt-in form on your page, but you want people to click the button, and then a pop-up opens up with the question, with the data fields. No problem. That's what you can do as well, right? Or maybe you don't want to use English. This is a Dutch sentence for the Dutchies in the house. Maybe you want to translate everything. Well, everything is customizable, so you can just change it to whatever language you work on, right? Or maybe you want to, you want to add a leaderboard. Boom, you just drag the leaderboard onto the page wherever you want to have it, right? Do you want to add any videos or images? Easy, just add it in there, right? If you want to personalize the experience, so you want to say, like, hey, you have a certain amount of points, and it will automatically change for every person. So it will always be up to date. Like, you have 5 points. If someone else goes there, I got 3 points. It will be, like, highly personalized onto the page. Easy, you can do that as well, right? And what's even cooler is that you can even run simple split test as well. In fact, I did that on the page and the campaign that you all signed up for during this campaign. What I did is I created 2 simple different pages, right? I was like, which one is going to work? And one of those pages, I haven't seen the latest stats, but this was from yesterday, improved 24% higher. So 28 instead of 23%. In other words, that's like a quarter extra conversions, plus that will actually result in more, as people would also be sharing as well, right? And that's not any some kind of trickery. That's just like, you click the split test button, you create a second page, and it will automatically start running the split test for you, right? Is that awesome, or is that awesome, right? Now, I got one thing of bad news. It's going to take another year to go live. I'm just kidding. You got it all live in your account right now. It's already available in all of your accounts, right? And I want to just give a massive, massive thank you to the whole UpViral team for putting all their time and effort into it. So it's already live. If you're editing one of your previous pages, you'll still use the previous editor, because those previous pages are built with the previous editor. Every time you create a new page, it will automatically work with the new editor as well, right? So let me actually just log into my UpViral account. Oops, and just show you around. Just do a live demo. So here we go. Let's say I want to create a new campaign. I'm going to call it demo campaign, right? I want to show how it works. My PC is a little bit slow when I do live streams, but that should be okay. I'm going to skip the first couple of steps because I'm going to go straight to design, right? And just like before, you can choose whether you want to run everything on UpViral or a widget, right? So let's say I want to go for a widget. I feel like a widget campaign today, right? I can just click add a template. There's a bunch of templates already. So I'm just going to pick a random one just to show how this works. Obviously, this one is a widget, so it's a smaller. Yes, the campaign you joined for this very presentation was also created with the new editor. So this is currently a widget. As you can see, there's a smaller one because you want to embed it on your website. But I can literally just, like, maybe I want to also have a Facebook opt-in button as well. Just drag that here as well. Or maybe I want to add an image, right? I'll just drag that on top of it as well. Maybe I want to do, maybe I have two forms. I'll drag a form here as well. Like there's no limitation to what whatsoever. Let's say we want to change the color of the button to blue. Boom, there we go. And I want to add the phone field. I know I'm going a bit quick, but that's just because I am excited about it. The phone field as well. I should have changed the color. Well, let me just change the color of that thing as well. So there we go, save changes. Now that matches the color of those as well. If I want to change the text here, I'll just say blah, blah, blah. We can do all that. Maybe I want to change the size of these. Maybe I want to increase the font size of this button, like it really big. Boom, no problem at all. Now, is that cool or what? So excited for this. I'm so super excited for this. So again, I want to say, and I want you all to say this with me, because I'm just the guy here on camera, right? It's the actual team that put in all the effort. So do me a favor and please say thank you, UpViral team, and I'll make sure them to check it out because they put in all the effort in it. That's just amazing. So thank you all for the team. Cool, awesome, I appreciate that. And I actually want to ask all of you a quick, small favor. This is not something you can do today, but tomorrow, for those of you who are on this call, I would love, most likely tomorrow, it could be the day after, but check it out tomorrow. Who has heard about Product Hunt? Who's heard about Product Hunt? If you have, it's a site where I go pretty much daily to check out new tools. And tomorrow, or the day after, depending on how the timing goes, we are going to post this on the new editor on Product Hunt as well, right? So this is what it will look like. So I would really appreciate it if somewhere tomorrow or the day after, go to Product Hunt, right? We'll try to do it tomorrow, and I'll probably send out an email as well. Please upvote that, because that would give us more, that would help us get the word out, right? Because if we are being upvoted, it puts us higher on the map, and then more people will learn about UpViral. So that would be awesome. We'll post it tomorrow or the day after. I'll send you an email. I'll also post it in the Facebook group. If you could upvote it, I would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helped me and our team a lot, right? Now, also, some of you also are here to see if you won the campaign, if you won the contest, right? And obviously what we do is we're using, let me just actually, I'm going to exit this campaign because we're using UpViral ourselves, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the 3 winners for the three people who should win the UpViral campaign. So let me just go to the different campaign, to the original campaign that we created. That's this one right here. And if you're going to pick a winner, if you want to run, we did it manually, so I can do it live. You could also automate the picking process. I'm going to do it live, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't want the email address to show, because once I pick the winners, the email address will show, and due to obvious privacy reasons, we cannot do it. It's going to be at random, which means that the more points you have, the higher likelihood you have to win. So if for all of you who've got a lot of points, that means you've got a lot more chances to win. I'm going to pick 3 winners because we got 3 lucky winners, and I'm going to move it away so that for privacy reasons, I'm going to select the winners. All right, we got 3 winners in the house. For one, I don't have the name, but actually, I'm not sure if I can. I'm not going to mention the email address, but it's from Sats Bootcamp. And we got Danielle and Faisal. I'll reach out to all of you. I'm not sure if you're on the call, but again, that is the person behind Sats Bootcamp, Danielle and Faisal. We'll reach out to you right after the call. Let me just note that down. Cool. So pick the winners on the screen. Congrats to your UpViral account. If you already had UpViral, obviously we'll take into your account what you're building. If you didn't have it yet, then let me just close this as well. Then we'll set your account up either today or tomorrow, and you can start getting more leads into your campaign and into your business from tomorrow onwards as well. All right. Now, for all of you Let me ask you, is there anyone here who's currently not using UpViral? Like, I'm assuming that you are, like, because if you're not, you're missing out, right? Because Susanna says not yet, no worries. Some people are not here, and that's fine. Like, I totally get it, because with all this technology, all the things in the world, it's just like, what do I pick? What strategy to go for? And I think I made it absolutely clear that this whole viral mechanism is one of the easiest way to build up your list, especially if you don't want to just throw money on ads, for example. I've seen that from my own experience. And even if you don't just want to build your list, but also if you want to grow your engagement with your existing audience, to get people into your Facebook group or onto your email list, or into your podcast, or subscribe to your YouTube, to build a more intimate relationship with people, I highly recommend you to use UpViral and grow your business that way. And what's really cool is that you can actually start using UpViral using only $1. That's not like a marketing gimmick. Literally, for $1, you can start a 14-day trial. And I've got a question. What if I could prove to you that 14 days would be enough to get a significant amount of leads into your business before the trial is over? If I could prove that to you, would you say it's worth it to give it a try, to spend $1? And again, you can cancel at any time. So do you think that's fair? Like, if within 14-day period, you could get a significant amount of leads in, and only then you can decide, like, hey, awesome, like, I want to keep on doing this every 14 days or not. Like, you decide, right? That'd be pretty cool, right? That'd be fair. So right here, we got a customer who sent us this testimonial. His name is Michael Winter, and he was able to generate 3,149 leads. This is what he mentioned, but I was able to generate 3,149 leads for a brand new business within the $1 trial period. This guy did it. Like, if he can do it, you definitely can. And I know about you, but $1 for over 3,000 leads, that is a huge bargain. Like, on Facebook, I pay $5 per lead. So 3,000 leads would cost me $15,000. Not exaggerating. That's literally what I'm paying for a lead on Facebook, right? Using Facebook ads. So if you'll be able to get 3,000 leads over the next 14 days, I think that would be pretty amazing. But even if it would be 1,000 leads for $1, I think that would be a no-brainer for most of you. Now, if that's something you want to get started with as well, you can literally, like, type into your browser, like, don't do it tomorrow, like, do it right, like, go to your browser, go to UpViral.com. You can sign up for any plan that you want, and it'll just cost you $1 for the next 14 days, right? And here's a bunch of other people who've been using UpViral. For example, Anthony here is at 11 days and not a penny yet on ads, and he got over 4,000 leads using UpViral. Francesco here, first test, not bad, 6,800 leads using UpViral. Anthony here said, like, 166 leads gone viral today. That's from one day. Okay, wow. David says, I love this tool. I opened my campaign today and the results are amazing, even when there are so much things I could improve. And then that's where the post stops. We got 645 leads. David right there. Ryan here got over 700 social interactions with over 1,000 leads using UpViral. Otto here, I use UpViral in my business email list, which does not exist without it, period, love it. So I can just keep on going and going. But the real point is that this just works. And I think, like, I could go in here and pitch some kind of awesome offer that will take you $1,000 or $2,000, whatever people do. Like, I'm actually jimming it down because we're all about results. So all I'm asking is $1, give it a go, build your email list over the next 14 days. And based on that, I'm hoping that you want to keep on using UpViral and keep on growing your business, and let us serve you to help you grow your business going forward using UpViral. All right. So actually, if you have any questions, anything that I should cover, that would be amazing. Please post the link to the Copilot show to featuring Michael Winter. William, are you here? Oh yeah, cool. He dropped the link. I actually got a presentation here as well. So that's the awesome thing. Again, we like to do things outside the box, and we actually have a live show every Tuesday for free. Again, like, how much better does it get, right? So we get the free calculator that I showed. We get a free live show where you can ask questions, get advice, get strategies for free every week on Tuesday. And UpViral, signing up for UpViral is only $1 for the first 14 days. Like, I don't know how much better I can make it, but I wouldn't want to, oops, where do we go? That's not what I was planning to do. Whoop. Cool. Let me just dive into the questions first because I see some questions. Does it work on all campaigns or only Facebook? No, it's not just for Facebook. That's the beauty. We made it on purpose, so it's not relying on Facebook. You can work like you can get traffic from Instagram. Sorry, I apologize from WhatsApp, from LinkedIn, from Twitter, from all these different places. It's not depending on Facebook. You can run a campaign without touching Facebook at all. Well, can you please tell us your stats of your least performing campaign in UpViral and what mistakes you have done in that? I don't know what the least. The number of the least campaigns, but I think my biggest mistakes I've made were mostly about what I mentioned on the landing page, because sometimes I ran a campaign and it's really about me, like the business. That's what I did back in the day, right? Like it's like, hey, you sign up for, like, let's say I run a contest, let's sign up for UpViral, right? If I write it on the page, and sometimes that's good to do if I send it out to my audience, people who already know that. But sometimes my biggest mistake is not always taking into account people who've never heard of me, right? So then the message would not be like, hey, do you want to win UpViral? Because people don't know yet what UpViral is. The message should rather be, hey, do you want to win the tool that will help you, triple your email list over the next 30 days? Because that's the thing they actually want, right? Just so my biggest mistake has been probably not taking into account the new audiences that are coming in. That's always something, a mental exercise probably. Does that builder has countdown timer as well, Lenny? That's what Lenny asking. Currently, it doesn't, but we don't have like right now we're fine tuning it. We're making it a bit faster as well, because I think we can make it quite a bit faster. And after that, while we're doing that, we're gathering all the feedback from everyone, and then we're working on the roadmap. And I think I expect the countdown timer to be a popular request. So there's a good likelihood that will actually happen. Let me just go back to the slide. For all of you who need a reminder that it's just $1. All right. Are the tutorials updated to help us learn the new editor? Good question, Jackson. I've been in the studio, last week to record new videos, and they've been edited, and I believe they are being uploaded to the support environment. That's support.upviral.com, probably tomorrow, like over the next few days. So the videos have been created, but they're being added soon. All right. How to work with the new editor. If you go to support.upviral.com, you'll find the new videos there soon. What is the difference between using Facebook ads and just going organic in terms of results? So I assume you mean like Facebook ads versus, for example, using UpViral and getting traffic like that. The way I see it, it's not one or the other. The way I see it, it's more like we use Facebook ads as well. Like Facebook ads are awesome, but like Facebook ads are usually harder to get started because it's not as easy to get it to become profitable, right? So the way I see it, it works together. Like even if you run Facebook ads, like we also run some of the ads into our viral campaign, but that way new people opt in and then they can share, and we get new people on top of it. So obviously with paid ads, you have full control, right? It's costly, but you have full control. You can literally turn traffic on and off. Whereas with this, you're sort of depending on people that they actually share, right? But then once they share, it's free. So there's pros and cons to both. And I always say, like, there's not one, like, I wouldn't be able to build my business on just one strategy. It's always good to combine things as well, all right? What's the biggest advantage to using the viral builder versus putting widget on your own website? So first of all, the new page builder you can also use for your widgets, right? So you can use it on your widget on your own site or using our full pages. So previously, I would say the widget was preferred in my own experience because I had more control of design, because I might have created like a page on ClickFunnels or on WordPress, and I just had the widget in there. But now that need is getting lower because our editor is now, the new editor is now here. So now you can just create it on UpViral. But sometimes there still makes sense to use the widget because that means it's all on your own website. If you already have, for example, an opt-in funnel where people can opt in, maybe you just want to plug UpViral into your existing funnel instead of having to recreate something from scratch. And you can just plug the widget inside your existing funnel. Hope that answers it, Rob. Can you send autoresponder emails after they opt in through UpViral? Good question. Do I have my browser open? No, but I can. So what we have email notifications as well. there's a couple of emails you can send out. You can send out right after someone signs up. So let's say you enter your name and email address. Right after that, you can send the email. And just so you know, with all those emails, you can also custom personalize it, right? You can just say like, hey, and then the name, for example. I'm going to change that now because I don't want to mess with this email, or the email address, or like, hey, here's your unique referral URL. So all those emails are fully personalizable. So right after someone signs up, if someone else signs up to our links, like, hey, one of your friends just signs up, you know, keep on sharing because you only need 2 more people and then you will unlock this thing. If they are potentially frauding the system, you can automatically send an email. You can use double opt-in. And also when they win a prize, you can send an email, or if they unlock any of the rewards you have, you can send out automated emails. If you want to do further follow-up emails after that, that's where the autoresponder connection comes into play. So just connect with your email autoresponder, and all the leads that are entered into UpViral will automatically be added into your email list as well. All right. People keep saying how many leads they get. How could you have 100,000 or 5,000 email lists for all we know? What do you do if you don't currently have a list? How do you prove this information? That's a good question. It's a good question. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I really like what Matthew did when he got his 100,000 email list, because he didn't have his own audience, but he was very clever in getting someone else's audience to work, right? Because you're right, you need that initial audience, whether that is ads or whether that is collaboration. So what he did, and I think it's brilliant, he created a contest, right? That's the first thing, using UpViral, but he didn't have the audience. So let me just stop share. Do I need to stop share? I'll just put it later. So let me just, yeah, stop share. So at least it's more personal, right? There we go. So what he did is he created a contest. That's first, using UpViral, but then he went out to different, I believe there was like forums, like communities who already had a huge reach in that market, right? And he sent them an email like, hey, you know, I'm running this contest. Do you want to put this in front of your audience? And then like, I'm expecting it to go viral. And then I will then promote you back on that email list. And he didn't just ask one website, but he asked a couple. Some of them said yes. So then the other website that promoted his contest, all those people opted in, they started sharing, it went viral. And as a thank you, he then promoted them back with an email to the list, but he had 100,000 email lists. And that's not, I'm not saying that's the only way. That's not the only way. I'm just saying, yes, you need to have that initial search of traffic, but there's many ways of how you can actually get that, right? And now I'm missing, where's my chat now? I need to move around my Zoom window. There we go. I think I got it here. Yeah, I've got my chat again. Let's see. The $1 14-day offer, is that available in the affiliate program? Yes, if you would promote that, if you sign up to the affiliate link and you send someone else and they sign up, you will still get a commission for that. Hopefully I'm not missing any of the questions. I'm not always the best multitasker in the world. I already answered that one. And I see there's still 46 unread message below. With the pixel changes and iOS, the iOS update as well as Facebook Ads Manager changes, do you now create a separate ad account for campaigns that use the UpViral landing page instead of your own website? Good question. No, we at the moment we don't. But if you do want to have everything in one, like on one domain, then that would be one of the arguments for using the widget, right? Because that way you can still send people to your own domain name instead of to our domain name. Plus, using UpViral, which is actually pretty cool. Let me just share my screen again. For those who don't know, you can literally run everything on your own domain name. So you can just connect to your own domain name. Like if you go to, let me just go to the settings. Oh, like right here, you can just add a custom domain name. So you can just connect the UpViral to your own custom domain name. So even though you are running using UpViral, you don't have to use our domain name. It could be whatever, blah, 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 .yourdomain.com. All right, so just want to explain that. Every time when I switch my screen, they hide the chat. There we go. Got the chat back again. That's the beauty of doing things live. Cool. Thank you, Mari. I appreciate it. Does it work well on Instagram? Yes, actually doesn't, because that's the one thing people always ask us. But the thing is with Instagram, I'm not sure if I can just, can I log into Instagram right here? Yeah, I should be able to log into Instagram. The thing is with Instagram, you cannot share links on Instagram. This is one of my friends. Like, you can only share photos, like of your cute little dog and all that, right? So the thing is with Instagram, you literally cannot share a link instead of in your bio, right? Like if someone in their bio link, they can have one link. Obviously, anyone could take their the referral link and add that to their bio, but they couldn't share the link as a status update. Now, obviously, what you could do is if you want to build your Instagram audience as a custom action, right? You could add a new custom action, and you could say, well, maybe, I don't know, subscribe to my, subscribe to Instagram, and then you would add the link to your Instagram right here. You give a certain amount of points. So let's say Instagram, I need to learn to type /that. Cool. Next step. And then you can say, basically ask questions so that they can have to verify that they, so like, wow, what's on my profile picture, for example. And then you can say, well, any answer is correct. That works as like, they'll have to answer a question. And even though we cannot technically verify because that's not allowed by Instagram, when people have to answer that question, they sort of like automatically do it. Or you want to add a multiple choice question, and only if they enter the right answer, then the points will be credited. What's cool is that you can obviously customize it all so that it looks exactly how you want it. That's no problem at all. And that's how you could leverage it to, I'm not adding it right now, but that's how you could leverage it to grow your Instagram. All right, cool. Let me just go in Matthew sharing Matthew's case study. Awesome. Siddharth is saying, can we also fetch the PSID, the Facebook user ID, and log in Facebook opt-in feature? No, that's currently not something that we support. That's definitely more advanced use case. Like, I've personally never had to use it myself. Also, I believe that wouldn't be possible because when we connect with Facebook, this is for the nerds between us. When we connect with Facebook, every app developer gets a unique idea for every person, because even when someone connects to the app, as if I'm not mistaken, we don't get the actual Facebook user ID for obvious privacy reasons. So Facebook doesn't share that. Does it only work for live events? No, it does not work for live events. Like, we've used it in many cases as an evergreen basis. Like, you can obviously run a contest, for example, where you say like, hey, it's a one-time thing, like, hey, the next week you can win something, or you can just add incentives, right? For example, right here, and it will just keep on working forever, right? And as soon as someone unlocked, like, have enough points, or they've referred enough friends, then they will actually unlock that reward. A classic example, and this is something that I don't think it's live anymore, but I had this for years and years and years, and literally for years and years and years, I've been able to get traffic. Let me just see if this still works. Like, I don't think this still works. This was a Pinterest plugin back in the day. Let's see if this still works. This is like from like years and years and years and years and years ago. Oh, it still kind of works. That's cool. So, but the point is, like, this campaign, which obviously doesn't look as good anymore because, again, this is from 2015 or whatever, has been getting traffic for years and years, simply because there was no end date. So if you're asking, is it only for live events? No, it's not. Can you share more creative case studies on how you use UpViral? Yeah, we definitely could, and I will. So if you go to UpViral.com/case studies, we actually have a bunch of them, right? So like right here, we have a lot more of those case studies than you might think, right? So we got here, this is one of my own campaigns. This is one of my own campaigns. This is a campaign from Matthew Longley. This is how Brad Costanzo, his e-commerce business, to sell coffee. Nicholas Kuzmin, he's an author, to sell books. Here's how I use it to rank on iTunes with my podcast. This is Joe. He was a business to consumer brand. This is an e-commerce. No, sorry, this was a software tool that used it. This was a physical brick and mortar shop that sells like those kind of cottages. He did over $300,000 in revenue in sales as a result of his viral campaign. Travel company, Legion Beach, like in the music industry, e-commerce, brand new e-commerce business. This was a, I'm not quite sure what the industry they're in from the top of my head. A children's book, Groove Water Sports, like selling water sports gear. Mitch right here on how to use viral for different kind of clients. And so as you can see, there's, if you want to get case studies, we've got a bunch of them. And they are like, most of them, they have like videos and all that as well. Or if not, they have like an article, like, let me just open up one, like boom, like you can see the pages and like the settings and like a lot of things, the inside, the lessons learned, it's all in there, right? So bunch of case studies. Let me just drop the link for your inspiration. Will you have any campaign templates that are pre-made? Yes, we do. We actually have various. Let me just to make sure I'm not messing up this campaign, let me just go to the demo campaign again. Oops, I'm logged out. Let me just switch to a different screen. That's a thing when you do things live. What's the link to the $1 trial? That is UpViral.com. So if you go to UpViral.com, we've currently got it on our website. So while it's there, take advantage. So like if you click here, get started for $1. Boom, there you go, $1 plan. This is the most popular one with all the features. So that's the one I would recommend if you're not sure, but it's only $1 for the first 14 days. So what was I going to show? Yeah, I was going to show the templates. Yes, we got all kinds of different templates. So if you were to create, let's say I want to create this for a widget, like boom, we got all kinds of different templates right here. But if I were to switch over to, let me just switch this campaign to a full width page. So also to show that we have a bunch of templates right here as well. Boom, and we'll be adding more as well. I believe this was what I've used myself last week. And let's see, someone asked just like, hey, does it integrate with tool autoresponders that are not on the list? So what we do is we actually integrate with Zapier as well. So even if your tool is not on the list, if you connect with, if your tool connects with Zapier, you can just connect it using Zapier. Also, we have an API so that like if that's something that you prefer, you can use that as well. So there's various ways. Could you? I saw someone ask, could you embed using Wistia? I've actually embedded various videos. I haven't tried Wistia, but that should definitely work because right here we got a video. You can just add in the video URL. Or if that doesn't work, as you can see, we also got an iframe section. So just add in the iframe and just add in the code, and then it should work as well. If you got any problems, please do let me know, because obviously we just went live. So I expect to find issues or things and bugs, and that's obviously taken into account. We're all on standby to resolve all issues and to make it even better and faster over the next period. So hopefully that'll answer that question. Is the team working on in a way native integration of ClickFunnels backpack affiliate program? No, that's not what we're currently working on, because we're not trying to be an affiliate program. So this is really a way to build leads and to get that exposure out there, but we don't track the actual sales of like, hey, you get this commission, you get that commission. So we're not an actual affiliate program. Hopefully that explains it. Could I use the HTML code from your email inbox? So yes, I'm assuming that is to build up your email list with another tool. So let me just share that. Yes, if your whatever autoresponder tool you have, if they generate an HTML form, then what you could do is copy paste that into UpViral, and then you can use that to build, to let us send all the leads that we get into your viral campaign onto your autoresponder, right? So let me just show you that. My PC is slow, but we'll get there. Just going to go to the main page. So app.upviral.com. If you go to your settings, And then in the settings, you would go to your integrations. You add a new autoresponder, right? You got this. One of the options here is the HTML form. Boom. If you were to enter the email address, the HTML form right there, then you'd be able to do that. Hopefully that answers your question. Cool, cool, cool. Let me just take a sip of water as well. Mary's asking, does your page builder have pre-built blocks like theme, pricing, etc.? No, we do not. The reason for that is really, again, our goal is here to get our customers more leads, to increase the effectiveness of these campaigns. What we're not trying to do is we're not trying to be a page builder. Like, we're not trying to compete with ClickFunnels. We're not trying to compete with WordPress. We're not trying to compete with Instapage. This is not a full-fledged landing page tool to create your sales pages and all that. This is really like, the editor is here to build your viral campaigns, to make sure you create opt-in pages and you create your viral referral pages to get people to opt in and then share your message with the world. In case you want to create pages like sales pages or your team page or the pricing page or anything like that, that is not what a viral is for. And I would highly recommend not to use a viral for that. I would still use whatever tool you already have, like ClickFunnels, Instapage, Lead Pages, any of those page builders that are out there. I'm curious if the viral campaign is URL is published by Facebook ad, will it get flagged as a viral in the ad policy? I have no experience with that. I've never seen it being an issue, so I don't believe that is the case. Cool. Mary is gonna get her trial. Awesome. Smart choice. Again, like, if you want to get your trial, it's only $1 right now. So that's the cool thing. UpViral.com. If you go to UpViral, just click on the button right here, get started for $1, and it will be easy to sign up. You can get started with the new editor right away. Can you import an existing ClickFunnels template so I don't have Camille is asking, can you import an existing ClickFunnels template so I don't have to rebuild it from scratch? No, that's unfortunately not possible, because obviously these are completely different systems. They don't work together. So that is technically not possible. Is the video going to be on the viral Facebook group? Yeah, we'll share this video as well. No problem as well. How much is the trial? Tiffany is asking. It's only $1. So that is awesome. So for just $1, you can sign up. You get full access for 14 days. Yes, Michelle, you can use it for campaigns on Facebook as well. You're going to be a case study by June 1st. That's awesome. Like, ideally, many of you are going to be case studies. So when you start using it, right, putting into action, let us know once you get the leads flowing, because we'd love to feature you as well as a case study to inspire others to do awesome things as well, right? As Deborah has saying, the $1 trial with the Viral Learning Center plus the Copilot show and the case studies is the perfect roadmap to rock your first contest. Absolute no-brainer. And it's all it's going to take you right now is $1. So that is Even is asking, can I use my own landing page for opt-in page, but use UpViral for the share page? A good question. Let's see. Well, actually, again, I'm going to the wrong. So what you could do, and I'm just going to draw it out because I'm always a visual person. So let's see if I'm going to log into a quick little tool that I always use to map things out. Boom. So what you would do is, like, you would have your own landing page, right? This is your site, right? You can then just, with your own button, right? If you use the viral widget, what you can do, you can open up the widget so that the widget will show as soon as people click the button with the name and email address. This is on your site. And then if you do that, the page after will also have to be a widget. So you'll have to have your own page, but on that page, you can have our viral share widget. So long story short, if you want to use your own landing page, then you'll have to go for the widget campaign. This is, I believe, a test campaign. So there's a bunch of different widgets right here. I was just testing things out for the editor, as you can see. But you would go for a widget campaign and you would install that into your page. If you get any problems with that or any issues with it, please let us know at support. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Cool. started my own business through GoDaddy and bought my domain. Is this going to help me advance and build my business faster? Are you asking whether the domain is helping your business faster or whether the viral? I'm assuming the viral. So actually what a common strategy is what a lot of people of our customers have been using is use UpViral before they build their business. So as like the pre-launch, like, hey, we're going to launch this thing, enter your email address to find out more, right? And then have some kind of incentive to say like, hey, thanks for opting in, we'll keep you posted. But right now, if you share this with your friends, you will then get X, Y, or Z. Or if you share it with your friends, you have a chance to win this thing for free once we go live. And that way, people build up their email address. In fact, this is exactly how I first came to learn about this whole viral concept. When I spoke about that free plugin that I released back in 2011, like ages ago in the online world, what I did as well was like, people enter their name and email address. Then I asked them like, hey, share this, please. And this is all for free, right? Enter your email address and you will get this thing, share it on Facebook. But then after a couple of weeks, when I got more email addresses collected, that's when I actually released a paid product, and I did over $10,000 in the first 24 hours. And that really opened my eyes to not only this viral sharing, but even more so the power of having an email list to begin with, right? So if you're starting out, one of the strategies that I highly recommend is to start building your audience right now instead of waiting until later on, right? In fact, my wife's currently working on let me just stop the share, on a business as well. That's what I've been telling her, like, you need to build your audience right now, even if you don't have anything else, because that's at the end of the day, it's going to be the most important thing. It's already been an hour. Can I build a quiz in UpViral? No, we currently do not support quizzes. Let's see any other questions. If I missed your questions, it's not on purpose, so please do let me know. And before we wrap things up, I can't believe how the amount of exciting messages I got from all of you about the editor, and been looking forward to this moment a long time. I am a nerd, I know, but it's just changing the game of how viral campaigns look and how they're going to perform and how easy it is to create campaigns that look the way you want them to. So really excited. Can we split test an old campaign with a new builder? Good question. So if you were to go into an old campaign and you click the split test button, you can add a new campaign and then the new page, and that will be with the new editor. So your old one's still working, the new one can work as well. All right, so yes, the answer to that is yes, Monty. Yes, exactly like Joan said, you can do a quiz. You cannot do a quiz, but you can do a survey. Yeah, Mitch has a workaround for that with Typeform. Again, like, because UpViral is built with creativity in mind, so there's all kinds of ways you can use it. So some things can be done out of the box. Sometimes some things can be done with creative people like Mitch, for example, who are a bit more tech savvy. Can I share templates with others? No, not yet. We're obviously working on more things as well, but right now, not yet. How does your program help me gain leads? So that's actually, that's what I covered in the beginning of the presentation as well. I think that will be better suited. And I think one thing that I highly recommend you to do, Tiffany, because sometimes it's like, it's easy to use for one guy to say like, yeah, it's working awesome. I'd highly recommend you to go to UpViral.com/case studies and look for one that is as close as possible to what you are doing in your business, because I think that will ultimately put more inspiration to you into how you could use it in your situation as well. So let me just drop the link again. Where is that? There you go. Highly recommend to check that out, because again, like, sometimes it's easier if you see it in your own business format as well. And I'm correct about the affiliate commissions. That's accurate. Can you import templates from an early successful landing page? Also something in the pipeline. We're adding that soon. If I just renewed my viral account, do I need more steps? No, every customer gets this, like, already has this. If you're signing up today, you immediately have access to the new editor. If you are an existing customer, you immediately have access to this as well. How much does it cost after 14 days? Depends on which plan you take. Let me just show you that on my screen just to make sure. So we got 3 plans. We got $49 a month, right? Which means you can get up to 10,000 subscribers a month. You can do it for one website, and or you can go for $79 a month, which means you get up to 25,000 leads per month. You can also run it for multiple websites or multiple brands. And there's some features that that are very powerful that you'll have access to as well. For example, geo restriction, so only people from a certain location can join your campaign if you only want to target people in a certain geographical location. You can run A/B split testing. You have access to API and Zapier. And if you want to go all in, we got a premium plan as well for $199 a month, which includes 100,000 subscribers, and you can run unlimited campaigns for up to 10 brands as well. All right, so it depends on which plan you take. This is the most popular one. So if you're not sure, I would highly recommend this. And you obviously can change later on as well. There's no problem whatsoever. The $1 is the first transaction. Yes. Can I pay for a yearly plan of pay monthly? Yes, you can. If you go, I should have just kept sharing. If you click here on the top, if you click on yearly, you actually get, and you actually get a discount as well, which is awesome. So if you select yearly, you actually save 30%, and you still have the $1 trial for the first 14 days. Like that's the beauty of it, right? So we got you covered there as well. Joanne, will there be an agency version at some stage? We are definitely seriously considering it. There's no definitive yes, but we're definitely seriously considering it, right? Glenn says, hey, keep missing my question above. Let me just see, scroll up. Did I miss it? All right, there it is. If I wanted to send someone to a follow-up ClickBank affiliate page after they've gone through the share page, would it be best to do this via the first email that UpViral sends out? Yes. So what I would do is actually two things. If your primary goal is to get people to a ClickBank landing page, like my personal preference is to do that through email, right? To get as many leads as possible, build a relationship, right? And then send them through the email, because that way, if you can send them to an offer, but in the next week, it's like, hey, we got this amazing other thing to a different offer. And that way you can leverage the lead multiple times. However, what you could do on top of that as well is on the thank you page, on the share page, is to also have a custom action and say like, hey, you get an extra point if you visit his website, and they have to visit the website to get that extra point. But at that point, they have visited that affiliate page. So that is an alternative that you could implement as well. That is pretty much it. So I believe, did I miss anything? Can we embed the leaderboard publicly anywhere we want? I just saw that question. I'm not sure if I missed that from before or not. The leaderboard you could add into your widget, and the widget you could publish, but you cannot, like, there's no, like, you cannot have separate widgets per campaign. So if you put your leaderboard on the widget, then you can embed it on your website. Hopefully that explains it, Siddharth, right? Oh man, I need to add some energy after a call like this. I really appreciate all of you are being here. Again, like this, one of the 46 people currently in the room. And I know some of you are customers, which I very much appreciate. Some of you just signed up. I want to say welcome. Again, our mission is to help small businesses to get the marketing power of giants. And none of us, like me, like William, who's here on the call, I saw Mark, he's on the call, like none of us from the whole team would be able to do what we do without all of you. So I just wanted to say thank you for all of that, especially those who are waking up super early to be here. And again, as a quick reminder, somewhere, probably tomorrow, maybe the day after, I'm going to send you an email. And I would love to have your upvote on producthunt.com, right? It's just like one click. You might need to have to sign up for Product Hunt. So if you don't have an account, go to producthunt.com, sign up for an account. It's free, but I'd very much appreciate an upvote once I send that email. Like that would just mean the world to me and to our whole UpViral team as well. And as always, our support team is ready to answer all your questions. So if you got any issues, please do let us know. We'll do our best to help you out as soon as possible. I'm assuming after an event like this, a lot of people are sending you messages. So we'll do our best to cover everyone as soon as possible. Also, if you have any issues with the editor, please let us know, because whenever something new is released, there's always going to be some glitches and issues, even though we did our best to test it out as thoroughly as possible. There's maybe issues, you might have IDs, or I just saw someone asking for a countdown timer, for example. All those things, send them our way. We'd love to hear them. And we'll keep on working and making it an even better platform, getting you more leads into your pocket and ultimately growing your business because of it, right? I want to thank you all for the chat, for the time. Let me just see. Where do we vote a new feature like currently that's not you can go to features.upviral.com. I'm not sure if the let me just see, is that features.upviral.com? I'm not sure if the countdown timer is on there just yet. Yeah, Mitch already shared the link. We'll add it there as well. Countdown timer is there. Cool. In that case, I just saw someone mention that it's there. I'm not sure. I have to check if it's there. You're going to vote it. If not, we'll make sure it's going to be there. Thank you. With this tool effective for the Sri Lankan market? Yes, it works in any language, Jamsid. So final call. If you haven't done it yet, just head over to upviral.com right now. It's only $1 for a trial right now. So you can use it for a full 14 days. Give it a go. Build your list and then decide how many more leads you want to get, basically, right? Thanks, everyone, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for the time. I appreciate it a lot.